Again, the Phillies began play today tied with the Mets for the top spot in the National League East. As Harper, who's got 2 extra base hits today, leads things off. Meanwhile, the Giants are 4.5 games back of the Dodgers. Giants have won 4 straight games. Fly ball left center field. Lee is on the run. That's hit well. It is off the base of the wall, and it rolls along the warning track. And Harper's going to get to second with his 3rd extra base hit of the day. Boy, this is as good a sign as anything, what he's been able to do today.
And when he hit this ball, I think he thought he hit a home run. I think he thought he got it all, which he did. But he hit it one of the deepest parts of this ballpark, right by the 399 sign. I mean, this is probably out in a whole ton of ballparks, but it hits off the wall there, and he cruises into second base with an easy double. Wow, those balls driven the opposite way are a godsend.
Oh, 0-1. Bohm is 1 for 3. Two and 1.
Really have to tack on this last run. I mean, love to have this a 5-run lead going into the last 2 innings of this ball game.
Bouncer back toward the middle and into center field, a base hit. Harper's around third. He's going to score. RBI for Bohm. Bohm's 2nd hit of the day. Harper scored 3 runs. 5-0 Phillies.
Prayers were answered. Nice job of hitting. You could tell that Alec was trying to move the runner, hit the ball the other way, and make sure that at the end of the at bat you'd have Harper at least at third base, but a double jeopardy. He sneaks this ball up the middle of the field and through. Got a little drone view from this one. Sneaks it up past the diving Schmidt.
Now this one's rolled back through the middle. A base hit for Castellanos. Bohm will stop at second. Phillies have 3 straight hits.
Yeah, keep that train moving. Pass that baton.
And now a quick visit to the mound by Chapman and Kisner. Best records of the National League. Phillies at 53 and 39. We mentioned tied with the Mets. And percentage points ahead of the Brewers. Giants are there as well. Dodgers #1, Cubs #2. Win today and the Phillies would match the Cubs win total. Plenty of baseball left to be played.
And just no dominant teams. Nobody playing 700 baseball. That just doesn't happen all that often anymore. And a lot of parity in the game, so I mean, a lot of teams have a chance to be contenders.
Yeah, Milwaukee's already beaten the Dodgers today as Kepler swings through the first pitch.
The Dodgers really struggling to get hits. They had a super tough time in Milwaukee.
Dodgers have lost 6 consecutive games. 0-2. Phillies have bullpen action. Seth Johnson to your left, Matt Strom to your right. Now outside, 2-2.
Now I imagine that if they score any more runs, Seth Johnson will probably be in there. If it stays a 5-run game, then you likely will see Strawman there. Ouch. Like really firing that cutter in on Kepler. It's the second time I think he hit one off his leg in this at bat. Ouch.
Yeah, painful. All right, he's got his bearings. He's going to step back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now he's going to step out. Still feeling it a little bit. Spent August at Citizens Bank Park with the August Ballpark Pass. Secure standing room access to all 16 home games for $125. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your pass today while supplies last. And a liner out to right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Station to station. Kepler's going to limp his way up to first base.
And none of these balls are hit all that hard, but anytime you make contact anywhere in the field, you got a chance. He fights this ball off and flips it into right field. Phillies poised to open this thing up.
Yeah, there's still nobody out. That's 12 hits for the Phillies. Bases are loaded for JT. And he fouls it off. JT is 1 for 3. Line drive, base hit, it's a left field. Balmo score. Castellanos holds up. It's an RBI single for Real Muto. The Phillies, with 5 consecutive hits, have scored another run of the inning. They lead it 6-0.
Yeah, nice job of hitting again. Little slider that stays up in the zone. JT takes advantage of it, smokes it into that 6-hole. Too hard to score Castellanos. Don't want to get thrown out, nobody out.
Well, Beck, there's nobody coming in. This is Beck's inning. His ERA is flying high now. It's up over 5.5.
They really had to use a bunch of relievers this whole series, so those guys have to be a little burnt out. Need somebody to step forward. That's one of the reasons why it was so important for Luzardo to do what he did.
Rojas is going to come on a pinch run for Kepler. Kepler has been limping after fouling that ball off his ankle. Rojas and Adames having a conversation out there at second. Bryson Stott will be the batter. Fly ball center field. Lee under it, tagging from third, Castellanos. And the runners will advance. The throw goes to third. Rojas is out at third. It is a sac fly for Stott. But right now, well, they're going to look at it. The Phillies will look at it. That was a heck of a throw by Lee.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had that kind of arm strength. I mean, as far as tagging is concerned, that's what you do when there's nobody out and you're at second base, fly ball in the outfield, you tag up, but you got to make sure you do make it.
Philadelphia's challenge and now call at third base.
Our manager's challenge brought to you by Grungo Law. What's the call? It looks like his hand is in there.
It's awfully close.
Yeah.
Quick tag by Chapman, but his hand does look like that oven mitt grabbed it before the contact was made with the glove.
It really does. I mean, the call on the field is an out, so you have to just find out if there's enough to overturn what you called. So many close plays that involve Rojas.
Yeah.
He's not the only one, but it just seems like a lot of them involve him.
Now with this angle, it's a good angle to see the hand, but you don't quite see when the glove makes contact with his body. I think he's in there.
It does. I mean, from our vantage point, based on what we've looked at, it looks like the oven mitt is on the bag.
Right.
But you're right. That angle there and a couple other angles that they've utilized, it's tough to see where the tag was.
And the umpire was positioned really well to see this. But perhaps he just made the judgment call that they saw the glove touch the body first. Bob Melvin.
Yeah, so the angles we showed you are all the angles that Major League Baseball has. So I don't know if there's anything definitive to override what was called. It has to be crystal clear. Here's Marvin Hudson.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Philadelphia will retain their challenge.
So 1 out, runners on first and third.
And Phillies catch a break there. Been a little over aggressive with plays at third base in this series and some other series too. Just trying to maybe do a little too much at times, but we'll take it.
Marsh has 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3. This is the 7th batter that Beck has faced. He's thrown really only 20 pitches. The Phillies are going after him early.
He's out there just sort of taking it for the team right now and trying to eat up innings for Bob Melvin.
Yeah, they have Scott Alexander warming up in the bullpen. Phillies 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position today.
It's more like it.
Yeah, 2 for 14 in the series before today. 3-2. There's Alexander. And ball 4. That'll load him up. And Bob Melvin's coming out. So that'll be it for Beck. He just didn't have it at all today. The Phillies were on him from the get-go. Now the Giants will make a pitching change with the bases loaded and Trey Turner due up. Scott Alexander's the new pitcher for the Giants. Phillies are sending their 8th man to the plate in this inning. They've scored 3 runs. They've got them loaded for Trey Turner. And that first pitch runs outside, 1-0. ground to shortstop. There's one. And not in time. Another run scores. RBI for Turner. 8-0 Phillies. It's the 40th RBI of the year for Trey. As Rojas crosses the plate.
A really good hustle by Trey. He didn't want to make sure that this inning was not ended with his at bat. He pushed himself up another RBI.
And it gives Schwarber a chance to bat in this inning. And he rolls that foul. Schwarber's 0 for 4 today. Fly ball left field. Well struck. Ramos is back. It's over his head and it's out of the ballpark. A 3-run laser the opposite way. Kyle Schwarber, another home run, his 29th of the year. And the Phillies have busted this game wide open. It's 11-0 Phillies. That ball was drilled, and he is feasting on Alexander this year.
Feasting on him, and I mean, against left-handers in general. It's a fastball out over the plate and just a short, quick stroke. Excellent balance. And you said it, this is a laser. That is a line drive. I can't believe that got out.
And Harper, who has 3 extra base hits, started this inning with a double. Schwarber now with 68 runs batted in.
Going to take Alexander out for dinner.
Man.
After this season.
This is the 10th man to bat in this inning. Phillies now with 11 runs on 14 hits. 2-2. That's a good eye. 3-2 to Harper. Phillies with 6 hits in this inning. 7 runs. Was called foul by the home plate umpire. That may have hit Harper as it left the batter's box.
Quite a turnaround from the last couple of games. They saved up all their hits for this afternoon, it seems.
Oh, that one's scalded out to left center field. It's going to be another extra base hit. It's off the National Car Rental sign. 3 doubles in today's game for Bryce Harper and 4 extra base hits. He has doubled twice in this 8th inning.
I mean, in almost the same exact variety. I mean, he has just pounded the ball to the left side of the field. Again, against the left-hander. Look at the balance. Stays right on his legs. Powerful stroke. Drives it to left center field and smokes it off the wall. Again, this probably out on a lot of ballparks as well. Bullet off the National Car Rental sign, and what a day he's put together.
Yeah, 15 hits now for the Phillies. Yeah, the dirt. Think about how tough last night's game was. The first game was tough to swallow because of all the missed calls, but the Phillies had other opportunities. They just didn't cash in. Last night is one of those games that you just you'll see every 20 years, maybe, if that. In fact, it was the first time since 1926 that a catcher had hit an inside the park home run.
And it's also one of the most deflating things to have happen, is to lose a game like that late in the game, and it's so easy to come the next day and say, hey, woe is me, let's just cash it in. A tough series, let's roll. But for them to come back the way they did, it's sort of how these guys operate. Over the last several years, I've seen this happen time and time again. They have a very tough loss. Hey, so what? Let's play the next game. Let's play the next game, see how it goes.
3-1. You saw that note, first time in Harper's career that he's had 4 extra base hits in a game. Even with all the games he's played in his career, still some firsts for him. 3-2 to Bohm. Otto Kemp has come out in the on-deck circle to pinch hit. And that just missed down low, ball 4. And Bohm reaches base for the second time in this inning.
Just the overall quality of the at-bats, even though Verlander had thrown the ball very well against them, he still, after the first couple of innings, they put together some pretty darn good at-bats against him, so worked some counts and such. But when he came out of the game, obviously that changed dramatically, but they all translate to those later on, the quality of the at-bats that the guys had later on, and just barreling balls up consistently. Nice to see that, because they hadn't been hitting the ball very hard for the first couple of games here.
Castellanos had 2 hits today before he was lifted for Kemp. Schwarber's home run, his only hit, but it was a 3-run blast here in this inning. And Otto Kemp, the hitter, and he whacks the first pitch foul. Harper, his 4-hit day, it's his 12th 4-hit game of his career. It's also the 4th time that he has had 3 doubles in a game. One and 2 to Kemp. Last time he had 3 doubles in a game was in September of last year against Tampa. Outside 2-2. For the Phillies, it's the 24th 4 extra base hit game ever for the franchise.
I mean, an amazingly impressive day. I mean, every single ball he, after the first punch out in his first at bat against Verlander, who threw him a nasty curveball to punch him out. I mean, his quality of his at bats were amazing.
And Kemp is down on strikes, and that'll wrap up the inning.